Let's not freak out yet. We want these radicals to be held accountable. These radical left-wing lunatics going online saying we need to kill people need to be arrested. We know that's threats of violence. That's not what we do. We are better than that. We call out radicals, freaks, and just say what the everyday Aussie is thinking. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be reacting to the police talking about how they're arresting people for speaking up. Not really, that's not what's really going on. They're talking about extremists that are promoting violence that they're starting to look into and arrest. So everyone's been commenting on my videos, they're scared to speak up, they're scared to speak their mind because they think they're going to be arrested. They think it's going to be like England when if you speak up against anything, you're getting arrested. But that's not the case. They are going after extremists. My channel is not going to get in trouble because I don't promote violence, I actually promote peace. You look at my last protest videos, I said we need to go out there and be peaceful for Australia and let the crazy left-wing lunatics be violent and show their true colours. I only promote peace and I only call out radicals. I do not call out full groups of people. I call out radical Islam. I call out radical left-wing people. There's nothing wrong with that. That is not a hate crime to call out radicals. And I do not support radical Nazis, obviously. That's obvious. I'm just a normal Aussie with normal Aussie Day views that you all support as well because you're following this channel. And if you're not following it, make sure you subscribe. But if you're following along, you're probably an everyday Aussie that has the same views, and do not be scared to speak up. That's what everyone's doing. And actually the media is starting to speak up because they have to, because the left-wing radicals are getting that bad that it's causing all this hate and violence. So being called right-wing is just stupid as well. If you're against mass immigration that's overwhelming the country because it's mass immigration, no one's against immigration. Very few people are. With limits. Immigration's always been fun, but we've got to know where they're coming from. We can't immigrate radicals from countries that want to, destroy the West. That's just stupid. We also can't immigrate more people than we can handle. That's just stupid as well. And that's not hate speech. That's nothing to do with any particular race. Doesn't matter where they come from. So don't be scared to speak up your mind and stick up for Australians. We can see what's happening and we cannot let these radicals in our country. And these radical left people are just as bad. They need to be called out as well. Now, like I said, I'm just an everyday Aussie, but apparently if you just don't want your country destroyed by mass immigration that the facilities and the structure and the housing can't handle, you're considered far right. That's just by the mainstream media though. If you're an everyday Aussie, you know that's not far right. That's just a normal everyday view. It's not far right at all. So I don't understand where that comes from. Anyway, I don't really care anymore. I'm happy to be considered right-wing because I'd rather be right than left. But anyway, let's just give this video a little watch. So I'm rambling so much at the start of it. But comment down below what you think about what I just said. I'd love to know. And obviously, I know I got supporters overseas as well. I'd love to know what you think. And I want to react to some more American politics as well because it is good fun. Let me know if you want to see that as well.
Essentially, the National Security Investigations teams are a flying squad of hate disruptors who focus on high harm, high impact, politically motivated violence, communal violence, and hate crimes that don't meet the threshold for terrorism investigations, but that we know drive fear and division. This is all about stopping hate and division earlier and well before it leads to violence. So far, this crack squad has charged 14 individuals across 13 investigations, and of those, 4 individuals across 4 operations were charged for offences relating to anti-Semitism.
So you can see it does sound a little bit scary because they're charging the side that's anti-Semitic, but that's because them people are probably left-wing radicals or radical immigrants that shouldn't be in our country because they're like complete radicals. That one's going out there probably saying, the Jews, all that stuff that they've been chanting in the streets, but for some reason that wasn't a hate crime until a bunch of people got killed on the beach. Now it's a hate crime, but that's what happens. You need a push sometimes to wake people up, and I can see everyone is awake and they are calling it out now. So don't be scared because, like I said, calling radicals out, whether they be a left-wing lunatic, a right-wing lunatic, a crazy immigrant from a country that hates the West and wants to destroy your country, don't be scared to call that out because how is that hate speech? We're not advocating for violence. We're just calling out what everyone is thinking, and if the majority of people do it, they can't say it's hate speech because it's just the majority opinion. It's nothing to do with hate against a specific person, a group of people. It's just radicals. And the police are against that, as you can see. And I'm just editing here, as you can see, but don't worry. If they started abusing this power to start just silencing people like me or other people online, I'll be the first to call it out. Don't you worry.
The teams were responsible for a recent week-long national blitz on the distribution and display of prohibited symbols, and for charging a passenger who only this week allegedly threatened violence toward a member of the Jewish community on a flight from Bali to Sydney.
Yeah.
The announcement today to boost the numbers of our hate disruptors, as well as planned changes to lower the threshold for hate speech, will make it easier for the AFP to take action quicker. It could be the difference between us just knocking on a door to warn an individual to an individual being placed in handcuffs.
So there you have it. That's what it's all about. It's about people promoting violence. That's what they're really going after right now. Now, I know it's scary because you've seen what's happened in England, and I don't want that to happen here. To be honest, I'm a big fan of free speech. I love how America has so much free speech, but even they do not allow violence against politicians and other people as well. That's not free speech, that's violence. So just let's not freak out yet. We want these radicals to be held accountable. These radical left-wing lunatics going online saying we need to kill people need to be arrested. We know that's threats of violence. That's not what we do. We are better than that. We call out radicals, freaks, and just say what the everyday Aussie is thinking. But anyway, comment down below what you think. I know, like I said, I don't want more laws against normal speech, just violent speech. And what we do isn't violence, we just call out idiots.